Come on in, Facebook. Come on in. Good evening. It's that time to check your pulse. When's the last time you checked your pulse? Well, we want you to check your pulse this evening with our Throwback Thursday. Come on in and breathe with us. Let's welcome our guest, Miss Micheline Barber from the Mpulse Summit.
Hello, 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 and good evening, everyone. That's right, it's Thursday, and it is such an impactful Thursday because once again, we are going to be breathing in fresh wind, out with the old, in with the new. So if you've had a hectic week this week so far, and I know tomorrow is Friday, and thank God it's Friday, but we're going to say thank God it's favor. But tonight we're going to say thankful Thursday. What are we thankful for? Tonight we have 4 more of our elite educators that's going to be joining us. And we have been talking about these individuals all week. We know you've seen the flyers. We know you've seen everything about them, what they're going to be bringing, but then you're going to hear it from them. This year in September, they're going to be joining us September the 10th to the 12th in Columbia, South Carolina, where we're going to be bringing some impactful education, some impactful information. But I want you to hear it from them. This week alone, they are going to be bringing you more and more things that you can look forward to in September. So we suggest that you get your pen. That's right. Y'all see breathe on here. Get your paper and write and take some notes, because what they're going to be bringing us today, unstoppable information. This first gentleman I'm going to bring to you actually released something today and was on the radio. He came in, when I tell you, a diamond in the rough, somebody who came in and said, I'm going to attend, but then end up educating because they was always ready to receive and always ready to give. I want to welcome to you all, for some of you who don't know him, never heard of him before, you will before it's all over. Y'all, please bring up Mr. Thomas Murray.
Hey, what's up, Mom? How you doing?
I'm good. So we got some, listen, we had to bring the king up first, but we have some queens that we got to bring and join us, okay? So this young lady here was a young lady who's been with us for 2 years, but she seems like she's been with us for 20 years because she's been amazing at social media, amazing at what she do. I'm telling you, this young lady has been blazing up and down from South Carolina to Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody know her as Ashley Twist, and don't forget Grip. So definitely Grip and Twist is in the building. Ashley, Grip.
Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm so glad to be here.
We are so glad to have you. So you know, we do something old and something new. I'm not calling y'all old or nothing, but y'all been with us for the last 2 years and the last year. But we have 2 more queens that's going to be joining us today. This young lady was referred to me by a gentleman that is my CPA, one of the ones who I really believe in when it comes to that. And he's like, you know, Mitch, I know your heart. I know this young lady is an amazing fit for what you're looking for. Let's see, can we get her here? She is joining us this year all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all, please welcome none other than Miss Nicole Theodore.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for having me. It's such a blessing to be here.
Oh, we are so excited to have you. They call her the brow queen. Now, she was referred to me by Miss Karen Stacks, and she was like, Liz, if you need to bring somebody who's going to be lit, somebody who knows eyebrows, who knows how to really do it, then this is the young lady for you. So please put your hands together. Let's bring her up. None other than, we call her, well, she said call her Lulu. Miss Rock is what we're going to call her today. So y'all, please.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So happy that you all are here with us today. So let's begin with this. First of all, we're going to ask you all, what are you planning on bringing to Columbia, South Carolina in September? And I'm going to start with Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, what about you? What you plan on bringing with us in September?
I plan on bringing the whole excitement, the whole experience. We're talking about the art of grooming, level up, lights, camera, action. I'm going to teach you about the industry, what to do, everything that you can think about, all the questions that you want to ask. It's going to be so amazing. And you know my favorite phrase, come on somebody.
Come
you know
on,
what I'm saying?
somebody.
So, I want everybody to understand that, it's more to it than just cutting hair. It's more to it than just trying to make a dollar. It's an art to this thing. So, hey, that's what I want to bring.
Wonderful. So then we have none other than Miss Grip and Twist. Tell them a little bit about who you are. I love your personality. I love your go get it, because you be going from South Carolina to Atlanta like back and forth like it's nothing, and killing the game in both, both cities and states. So tell them a little bit about that.
Well, you guys, number one, I'm gonna be hyped the whole time from
Yes.
the first day to the end of the day. Okay, this is my personality. I'm just gonna be hyped, bringing the energy out. We're gonna be pumped for what we learning, right?
Love it.
What I'm bringing is two things. I'm bringing. I want to, of course, bring out the creativity in you with, wanting to add to your service list, and that's one of the classes is the taper cut crochet. So I will be, bring that out of you. Like, it's okay to crochet and it's easy. You can do it too. So that's one of the things. And secondly, the other thing is social media. I'm big on social media. Big on brand yourself. It's all about branding yourself. Do content, put yourself out there. So videos, we're gonna be doing a lot of footwork. We're gonna bring out those cameras. Look, iPhone, Android, I don't care what you got. You got a Nextel, we gonna pull them cameras out and we gonna get to these reels. We're gonna get to these reels, these TikToks. Gotta do it.
I love it. So then we have Miss Attorney Nicole Theodore. What are you going to be bringing to Mpulse Summit?
Well, let me just say, first of all, I can't wait to learn from both of you guys, or all three of you guys, because the energy, I love it already. So I'm excited. This is my first time participating. So I'm on the learning curve, but I already see that it's already high impact, high energy, good information. So if I can add to that, I would love to do that. And for me, it's important to help people, my clients, protect their dreams. God gave you a vision, God gave you a dream, but we are in charge of being stewards over that vision and over that dream. So you just want to make sure that you're legally protected, number one. So that's mainly what I'm going to be talking about, is kind of a high level overview, how to make sure that your contracts are together. Let me say that again. Your contracts are together. You should have contracts. They should be written down on paper, and they should be together, and making sure that all of your relationships, your vertical relationships, so those are people that you may have working for you, your independent contractors, your employees, and also your lateral relationships. Those are your partners. Those are your people that you may be in business with if you're doing a joint venture agreement. We all know those restrictive covenants, and what I mean by that are those non-competes. So when people come in and work for you or work with you and then they leave and they take your clients, that's what the non-compete is for. So making sure that those are included in your agreements and that they're enforceable. And just making sure that everybody has what they need to have that solid foundation from a legal standpoint. Social media, that's something I definitely need to work on, and it is very important, but don't skip the legal. So right. I just want to make sure that everybody who attends the conference gets a good solid foundation as far as that's concerned.
Well, you got me sold already. I'm sitting here like, look, sign me up. Okay. And then we have Miss Lulu. Tell a little bit about what you're going to be bringing, Miss Lulu.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm a little nervous, so I'm not hype as everybody else. I'm the top side.
You're going to be quite well. You're going to be quite well.
So I will be showing you guys how to slay brows. I'm very passionate about brows. I didn't have brows myself, so I've been drawing them on for a long time before, I got hyped to the micro shading. So I pretty much been working on perfecting how to do brow tint. A lot of us don't know how to put on our brows. We want to get up and be able to go. So the tint that I do provide, it lasts a little bit longer where you can get up and go. So I will be teaching you guys how to do that. I'm savvy in social media as well. So I will be telling you how to market, your actual work, how to put it to where it's presentable, having the aesthetics to your actual social media, all of that. So we'll be slaying some brows together.
I love it. You know, that's really in now. I'm telling you, eyebrows and eyelashes. I'm telling you, there's so many people who need them right now for Kermit the Frog if they don't have them. But anyway, so Mr. Thomas, not only are you a groomer, but now you are doing other big things. So tell a little bit about why is it so important that you're not just cutting hair, because that's something you said earlier. It's not just about cutting hair. What is it about?
It's about passion. It's about loving what you do. Not only that, but teaching others how to have the same passion as you. Because cutting hair, it can, or grooming or eyebrows or whatever you're doing in your career, it can get boring. But learning how to keep that passion, keep that fire. And a lot of times, other folks don't understand that. They think it's just a hustle, and it's not just a hustle to me. It's a career. It's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It's just like worship. They say worship is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle to me, and this is what I do. So don't disrespect me by saying it's a hustle, because I don't like that. I just don't like that word. So passion, learning how to learn different techniques on how to do what you do or what you're created to do.
I love it. So actually, I'm gonna ask you this, because a lot of people say crochet. Oh my God, crochets is kind of out. Who does crochets? But yours don't look like it at all. Like when I tell you, don't even look like that's crochet hair. What is your method behind just making sure people look seamless?
I like to try to keep it natural as possible. I don't want it to look fake, so I try to keep the camera picture perfect, but I want to make sure it looks natural. So don't do too much, don't be too extra, but just right.
Okay. So we're gonna ask Ashley that question.
It's fun. That was good though.
That was a good
right. And I'm just saying,
You're right. You're right.
Like to put 2 cans or 2 coats of paint on, and then the shiny gloss on top with the sprinkles. No, we ain't got to do all that. Just keep it simple, and that's for anything in life. Keep it simple. Simple is always good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with me, with crochets, at first I hated them. I thought they was the ugliest thing ever. You cannot get me to do a crochet. Right. However, once my hands started bothering me, because the only thing I knew how to do at the beginning was twist. That's how I got my name, Grip and Twist. I didn't know how to do box braids, feed-ins, none of that. Only thing I did was twist. So, long story short, my hands started bothering me. I don't have a carpet tunnel, thank God. However, crochets is my breather style. So, when somebody want to crochet, I'd be like, yes. Because I'll be done in an hour.
Right.
But as far as my crochets, I wanted them, if I was gonna do it, I said I have to make mine stand out to be like, all right, Grip and Twist, your crochet? Because they don't look like a regular crochet. Everybody can do a crochet, but I want mine to be seamless, just like you were saying, and different. So right. I mean, that's my goal with every crochet that I do. And even with the tapered crochet, I want stylists to be able to take away as much as they can and take it back to the salon and put it under their ticket. You might have a client that wants to cut their hair off or do a big chop. And they're like, I don't know how I'm going to look. I don't know if I should cut my hair. Well, try a crochet taper cut. See how you look. Like it, cut it. Boom. So right. Don't be afraid of crochet, you guys. It's right. Extra money in your pocket.
Now we talking about all this, so I'm gonna say Lulu, and somebody said they love it. They look natural. So somebody just said that. So definitely you have a fan out there that says they don't look, and she loves your natural look crochets. So Miss Lulu, you started getting into eyebrows. What made you get into eyebrows? I know that this is one thing that's the hottest thing, which a lot of people don't realize. Whatever's hot, you got to get on that and really learn how to do it. What made you, or do you do anything else? Or you just started focusing on nothing but making sure the eyebrows are slayed?
So I started off being a beauty influencer, meaning doing lives on Facebook, live on Instagram, doing makeup on myself. Like I said before, I didn't really have eyebrows. I've only had these for like a year. So I always took my time doing my brows. Anybody knows if we're on live and I'm doing brows, we're not moving until we have twins.
Right.
So that's how the whole love for brows came. And then once I decided to further my education into aesthetics, I started practicing on doing others' brows and just pretty much perfected my craft as I went along. So yeah, brows. I just have a love for brows. It's a different. It brings me joy when I'm doing it. I don't feel like I'm working. Like I
Right.
just love it.
I was scared when I got mine done because I was like, please don't make me look like I'm saying ha the whole time. Like, ha, you didn't say that. So I was like, please get it right. So I prayed the whole time when I got mine done. I'm not going to tell you.
It can't happen. I have people right now waiting for me to correct their brows.
Yes, and that is more money. Correction is more money. And since we talk about correction, Miss Nicole, you've said quite a few things in there. You was like, it's a vision, get your contact tracks together on paper, not in a computer. You talked about really looking at non-compete clauses. What's some of the things that you can tell somebody, 3 things in the beauty and barber industry that you would tell them to really change what they've been doing? Like, I know people come to you in this industry and say, hey, I made this mistake. What's some of the things that you can tell, 3 things that you'll say powerful for individuals who are watching right now that can change their lives?
Well, I would just start with just piggybacking off of what you were just talking about just a second ago, because you preached the word, and I don't know if you even realize that you just preached the word. Because in my industry, as far as attorneys in the legal industry, that is the number one thing we try to preach to clients is correction is going to cost you more money. Let's just start with that. That. If I could just get that through so many people's heads in the very beginning, because I know hiring an attorney can be expensive. I get that. But all of us, me and my colleagues, whether it's a family lawyer, divorce lawyer, business, entertainment, and sports like me, if they do criminal law, I don't care what kind of attorney it is, all of us, my colleagues and I, we only do 2 things. We either try to fix bad stuff that's already happened or prevent bad stuff from happening in the first place. It's going to be one of those 2 things. And it is a lot more cost effective, to your point, to come on the front end and get everything solidified, because it is going to cost you more money in litigation, alternative dispute resolution, which is mediation and arbitration, or settlement negotiations. So try to get an attorney on your team as early as possible. That's my first point. Second point is kind of backing on what I said in the very beginning, which is your contracts. You do want to make sure that you have solid agreements, written agreements, not verbal, not handshake, not, that's my cousin, that's my sister. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin. Write it down and sign it. And preferably have an attorney, a business attorney, do it, because a lot of times you can even have a written agreement, but it doesn't include a material term. It should always include the price, the term, and have the signatures. That's a given. But there are certain things, particularly to the beauty industry, like those restrictive covenants. So the non-compete clauses, if you are giving a stylist an independent contractor agreement, or even if it's just a contract for booth rent, you want to make sure that you have those non-competes in place, particularly if you are trying to build a business yourself, because it's going to be very difficult for you to build up a clientele if they keep leaving with their stylist every time a stylist leaves. So that would be the second thing. And then the third thing, which kind of goes more into the financial, I'm not a tax attorney, so I'm very clear about that. That's not my ministry. I can get you to somebody who can do that for you, but that's not my ministry.
I like that.
And Micheline, working with CPAs, how important that is. But that is another thing that I see trips up a lot of people to where they're doomed before they even get started. If you get hit with a tax bill, if you didn't apply for a business license, particularly here in the city of Atlanta, if you didn't apply for a business license and you get hit with a slew of fees that are a percentage every month that you're delinquent, and you've been in operation for 4 years, some people can't overcome that. And so there's a lot of things that I think that are just, if you have the knowledge about what to do, what stage to do it, Investors, that's another thing. People always come and say, people want to invest in my business.
Mm.
You can't just take everybody's money and, say, hey, here's $10,000 for 20%. There's SEC regulations that you have to take into consideration on the state and federal level, because those are considered securities. So you just want to make sure that, because it's kind of like when I went to law school, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the dangerous part. You don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
And that can be dangerous. And that's why you hire subject matter professionals like your CPAs, like your attorneys, your social media experts, to make sure that you're protected in those areas. So though, just to real quick, for those three things, it would be having your contracts written and signed, because it doesn't really matter if it's not signed. Making sure that your financials are together in terms of your tax structure, your tax planning, and also making sure that you're not commingling funds. That's another thing. And your entity structure. So your LLC, S Corp, C Corp, however you choose to structure your business, because you should have a corporate entity. And then the first thing I said, which was making sure that you try to get in contact with and an attorney on your team as early as possible, because most of the mistakes are made in the very beginning.
That's it.
And there's a ton of things that I see where people, especially in my community, which I hate to say, where the business is not able to survive, and it's literally something that could have been resolved with 3 pieces of paper. And so it's just about educating people and making sure that, hey, you may be good at what you do, but just make sure that you have everything tied up on the legal end, because it's not going to matter at the end if you lose the business for something that was preventable.
And see, one thing I love about you is that you already dropping dimes and a whole bunch of stuff, because people on here saying that's some good stuff. Because a lot of times, and all of us on this screen have went in and said, you know what, I'm just going to open this salon, and I'm just going to open this barbershop, and don't have everything in order. And like you said, people can come in and take that from not having a signature or not having, information. So we are so grateful to have you at Mpulse Summit, because I'm telling you, if they're not taking notes tonight, they need to be in your class, because again, you're going to be really telling them, and you need to really get an attorney. Like she said, a lot of times they say that's to be the last thing you need, but you deal with a lot of sports as well as celebrity status of individuals. And I know they have made plenty of mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Especially, with that. So we know that a lot of people say, well, I have to be a certain status to get an attorney. No, you don't. You do not. And it's important that you start and begin now with that. So I'm going to ask you again in a couple of minutes something. So Thomas, I asked, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to ask everyone else, what this year's theme is breathe. What does that mean to you? What does breathing mean to you?
When I think about breathe, it's a verb. It's an action word. So I believe in breathing. I think about taking a second to think about everything that you're going through, appreciating everything that you're going through. Not only just that, just taking a second to appreciate life, everything. I took a second to breathe, to appreciate. I took a second to breathe, to acknowledge. I took a second to breathe, to just say thank you, because I couldn't. I thank God I got breath in my body to even to breathe.
Yes.
So it says so many things. There's so many different directions that you can go with that, and that's just my meaning. I appreciate life, breath, so I can be able to expound on the things that I was able to do.
Amen.
Or created to do.
Exactly. Miss Lulu, what about you?
Breathing, I mean, it's your lifeline, pretty much. Without breath, you can't do anything. Being able to take that second to, appreciate, take in the good energy and let out the bad energy. That's pretty much what it means to me. Yeah. So without breath, we can't do nothing. So most important thing in life, take a second to breathe.
That's it. And what about you, Ashley?
I feel like they said what I wanted to say. but I'm gonna try to apply this to the Impulse Summit as far as the industry. I feel like a lot of times when it comes to breathing, we forget about breathing and we're holding our breath. And we're holding our breath and not allowing, I said it in a way, anxiety come over us, or we want to do this with the business. We want to do this, and this is not going right. Or my goal was to do this, but I didn't make it. But it's okay. Take a breather. And it felt like, wait, I did. It might be something small, but it's really big. So take a breather, like, okay, whoops, I did it, And a lot of times, like, we forget that by holding our breath and not exhaling. And so, and also with this whole thing, like I said earlier, looking over the timeline of Mpulse Summit from each year, it's an alignment. Like, I love how it's set up. Like, last year was stretch. And the year before that was exhale. It's like, wow, like, all of it is an alignment. I just wanted to put that out there. Continue to allow God to use you with these themes. Because, it's on point. I just want to say that. But yeah, I kind of just went left. But yeah.
No. Nicole, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think most of it has been said and very eloquently. The only thing I would add for me is, to me, breathing represents exchange, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we breathe in oxygen, the plants produce oxygen, and we breathe that in, and we breathe out carbon dioxide, which the plants use for photosynthesis to grow, because the plants need the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and we need the oxygen that they provide to breathe in. So I say that in the micro sense, but in the macro sense, what I mean is, don't just take. You need to give out as well. I feel like a lot of in businesses, not just in the beauty industry, but business. I work with entrepreneurs across all industries, and a lot of the ones that are no longer in business, they weren't in it for the right reasons, and it wasn't to be of service to their clients. And so, as you know, attorneys definitely get a bad rep, but I feel like my mission and the reason I have a firm, my own firm, is because I am to be a servant and give to other people the knowledge that I've learned, not just from law school, but from the 10 years that I've been practicing. And what I own a business as well. I think a lot of people forget that, even though I'm the attorney, I also own a business. So I am in the same boat with a lot of my clients during the pandemic, how to figure that out. Trying to figure out payroll, insurance, all that kind of stuff. I'm in the same boat. And I think breathing to me represents, okay, you can take in, but those blessings aren't for you to just hoard. You have to share, give what God has given you and pour out into other people. And I think that's kind of what that exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide represents for me. Is if you just breathe in, like someone said, you're going to be holding your breath if you do nothing but breathe in. Mm-hmm. You got to give back. You can't even take the next breath until you give the last one out.
That is so awesome. Like that right there. When you said be a servant, that's something that I always talk about. I know, like I said, a couple of years ago, I was on, one journey, and then God had me on this assignment. And I'm like, God, you sure this is what I'm supposed to do? He's like, yes, you are the one that's supposed to be on this assignment to really bring back to the industry the resuscitation, the reviving. And so Mpulse is that is that one to, breath of fresh air from every single one of you all, because me sitting here alone taking notes, if I may not be able to sit in on your class the whole time, I'm sitting here getting a whole bunch of nuggets already. And they said somebody said that was, Tamika said that was so good, Attorney Nicole. So I'm telling you, just me writing that down, not just taking, but you got to give. Okay, Let me say that again. I like that. Not just taking, but you got to give an analogy of the plants and just us being able to live off that.
It's in the word too. That if that tree ain't producing, God was like, all right.
Yes.
I'm not just going to sit here and let you just suck up resources.
You got to die empty. You got to die and leave here empty, because I tell people all the time, if you leave here with everything that you know and you did not share it with somebody else, I want to be able to pass that baton to someone else.
Yeah.
I want to be able to say, okay, here, this is what I did, mistakes, success stories, the whole nine, to say this is what you can do better to make your life better. And like I said, I told Thomas, because he now has a CD out, a song that's out. And so he's going to need your services to protect him, along the way of where he's going now. So again, acknowledging of, Thomas, just tell a little bit about your song and, how they can follow you, and also what you've been doing now.
So recently, I got a song. It's called "Show Me." It's on all platforms, and today I released a video, and also it came out on the radio today as well. So if you type in, it's Tone, it's pronounced Tone, but it's spelled TON3, and then type in "Show Me," or you can type in "Show Me" on YouTube, "Show Me," and then type in TON3, and then you'll see the video. But I've been, writing multiple songs, and I have multiple artists that's already famous reach out to me about doing features and stuff like that. So I want to be protected, copyrighted in every type of way possible. So I will definitely be using your services.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk. My practice was built on singer-songwriters, so to the point I have an office in Nashville for that very reason. So yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy you said Nashville, because I play guitar, and so I got a couple country songs that's really, really dope. So dope. And I wrote one of the songs in Nashville. That's crazy how you said that.
Yeah, Nashville. I mean, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's very honky tonk. And I'm not necessarily a country music aficionado, but Nashville is where you go to get your music sold. So if you're a writer and you don't care who sings it, Nashville is where you go to get your coins for your music.
All right, y'all heard that, right? Nashville is where
it's at. Divine connections. You got it working over here.
You see how that works? Nashville is where it's at. So people think, like, why are you having it in Columbia, South Carolina? I am from South Carolina. Big things happen in small places. Mm-hmm. And I tell people I have to go back home where I first got my breath, yesterday, a young lady sent something to me that a pastor said, and she said, Mitch, when I heard this, I thought about you. When you come into this world, you take your first breath. When I see my grandson come in this world, he took his first breath, and we got to take our last one, because my family, they are into, funeral homes. So you got to realize you're going to take your first and you're going to take your last. What are you doing in between that time? You need to know that you got to be able to expand and give. And I love this so much. feel like I'm in class, but I just want to say this. During this time of Mpulse Summit, we got a couple of treats that we're going to be doing. Starting off in Nicole, I know this is your first year, along with Lulu, this is your first year. Ashley, she always comes in and join in every year, as well as Thomas was there. We used to have a pool party, but we've outgrown the pool. Now we have an all-white event. And an all-white event is sponsored by AT&T, and we have some more sponsors that's going to be there. So that's going to be at the gala right beside the official DoubleTree, where we're going to be joining. So DoubleTree is where you need to be at for all classes. But Saturday, we start off with our MIM, which is our industry mixer. And then we're going to go in Sunday morning, and that's where Nicole is going to be on the panel. We have quite a few other elite educators in the business forum. This is where you come with all of your questions. And this is called PPP. Any questions that you have for your business, say, how can I protect myself in between LLC and C and S Corp? Or how can that one pay the other one to pay the other one? And how can I be protected? This is where you're going to ask all your questions for your business to get yourself together. And after the PPP, we go straight into church service. We have Pastor Major Jones that's going to be there. And we also have Miss McCrae that's going to be there. Awesome Sunday worship service. And Thomas, we might have your family there, because Thomas got some, he has some very, very people, elite people that's in his company and his family that can sing. So hopefully we can get somebody to come and sing for us that morning too. So Thomas, make sure you look out for that. But we're going to be coming in Sunday morning with our church service, and then we're going to classes all day. And you able to choose from trichology, makeup classes, eyebrows, business classes, natural hair, you name it, we have it. Even pedicures. And the young lady was on here last year, and the way she broke down is not just about pedicures. I'm telling you all, you want to be able to join avant-garde styling. And then we also have that evening our cream and green. Now that's the official the official partner. Hopefully, Nicole, I know we have you one day. Hopefully, we can get you 2 days, but I know we got you one day, to be there with us. But that is our cream and green, where you actually come in. That's a gala where you come in and really enjoy yourself. Take your hair down. Everyone looks amazing. Either one of y'all ladies or gentlemen want to talk about that cream and green? Ashley or not? Ashley came down the middle aisle and just killed it. Or Thomas want to talk about the cream and green?
Well, I'll say this. I love to dance. So you're going to see me dancing across the floor. That's just me. I had a good time, though. I really did. That was a good time to network and let loose, let your hair down some, It was good.
Good. Thomas, what about you?
I had a blast. Everybody. So I had a plaid blazer. It was especially made. It was especially made for the event. I've been had it, but I had it tailored for me. But it was like everybody was like lit.
They look so good.
Some people was not sober, but it's okay. We all had.
I didn't see that part.
So we all had a great time. But but for the most part, everybody had fun. And at that moment, all that mattered was everybody connected. We all was in oneness. And I'll be honest, this is the first time I've actually seen an event like this for real. From last year that really, really motivated me. And some, because I didn't believe that I could actually teach at one point. And when she said, "Are you ready?" I was like, "I'm ready."
Yeah.
And so I was like up that whole night. My wife and I was up the whole night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, going to Walmart trying to get stuff together. I was like, "Okay, man, Thomas, man, this. Just breathe for a second. You know this inside and out." And it just like it came out natural. It was like, okay, cool. This is what I do on a regular basis. But sometimes we so used to the norm that we're so comfortable till we're not able to be uncomfortable to do what we need to do.
Right.
And
so y'all get ready for an amazing event for Sunday evening. Lulu and Nicole, understand, is going to be amazing, and everybody come there dressed. Now, I want y'all to know this. Right now, we are going through something where we are going to have a seat at the table for only $3.99. Now, you can get the classes for $3.99. That's just for access to come. Now, we do have the VIP area, and that comes with a swag bag and a couple more things. And those who've been there know we give the kitchen table, because that's what we believe in. We believe in serving. So we are a great service, along with we have an amazing POC that deals with each and every single one of our elite educators. The DoubleTree is the host hotel. Now understand, we feed you at the all-white event. We're going to feed you breakfast. We're going to feed you at the cream and green. We feed you the DoubleTree cookies. What more can you ask? And the food is what? Amazing. Look, amazing. Because we have Eats 360. That's our caterer that's going to be there on Saturday for our all white. And then, of course, we have the hotel that's going to be hosting for our event on Sunday. Now, that's 2100 Bush River Road in Columbia. So you can sign up by going to mpulsesummit.com. I want to show you just a little bit of video that's going to be going on to let you know exactly what we're going to have. And that's going to be towards the end. But I want to do some closing. Thomas, do you have any last minute things to say before we get ready to go?
You know what? I'm just grateful to be a part again. It's an honor, and that's pretty much it. I'm excited for that this weekend. I'm jacked.
Good, Miss Grip.
I'm excited to be a part of this again. All I gotta say is be open to learning and receiving. Bring a pencil and pen and paper, please, because there's gonna be so much information given that you're gonna have to write this stuff down. So definitely have that on you. But yeah, just be ready, pump. Get you you might need a Red Bull or two. You might get
or 3. Right.
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 Rest. It's okay to mingle, but go to sleep and get up the next morning. But yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. Miss Lulu, what about you?
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, to be able to teach and show you guys what I know.
I love it. And you, Miss Nicole?
Same. I'm excited. Like I said, this is my first time participating. So I'm excited to not only share, but also learn that exchange, once again, that I was talking about earlier. And I just really am grateful for the opportunity. I just want to say that again. I think it's one of those things, like I said, to be of service is very important. And I try to, this is an opportunity for me to put into practice what my motto is, which is I don't just do it for the income, I do it for the outcome.
I love it. Oh, I don't just do it for the income. I do it for the outcome. Look, I don't know about y'all, but take that note. Right. Look at Lulu.
Let me write that down.
Right. Okay.
Church out. Church out.
I love
I'm
it.
down for real.
Now, we do have opportunities for those who believe in Mpulse Summit. It's called influencers. We have 3 influencers so far that have been doing an amazing job. Now, for those who haven't joined us before, y'all sit back and enjoy just a little video about what Mpulse Summit is about. Every time I look at that video, I get so excited. I get so excited because it just reminds me of where God is continuously bringing us. And now he's brought us to this point in time. And when I say he's showing us about exchange, he's showing us about how we can increase ourselves. And more than that, he's showing us our favor. And I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for being on this screen this evening. Make sure y'all sign up, sit in on the classes. I'm seeing, you see already the class is going to be lit because I'm looking at what people are saying. Like, I'm going to be in her class. I'm going to be in her class. I'm going to be in his class. So definitely, yes, she said, I would love to attend. Been a fan of Lulu for a few months now. That's great. So Miss Temperance, you can join us at Mpulse Summit. That's Mpulse Summit.com. So you got fans on here, all right, Lulu? So I know, I just want y'all to go around and tell how can they find you all if they want to go on, not just sign up for the classes, but follow you on Instagram and also get your services. I'm going to start with you, Grip and Twist. How can someone get in contact with you?
You can go on my Instagram, which is Grip and Twist. GRIP_AND_. TWIST. It's the same as my name is Ashley. It should be listed Ashley Griffin Twiz Robertson. So you can find me there.
All right, Mr. Thomas, how can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Thomas That Barber. Thomas THOMAS THATBARBER. And then also you can go on my website at www.thomasthatbarber.com and you can get my product line and everything else, and you can email me all that good stuff.
All right, Miss Lulu, how about you?
I am Lulu's Beauty, or with an E, or Lulu's Beauty Studio on Instagram as well as Facebook, or Lulu Rock.
All right.
Or you can go to my website to book an appointment. I do facials, waxing, brows, lashes, everything aesthetics. LulusBeauty.com. Basically what it is.
Let us know if you need some models too. Okay.
Oh, take some models too. I have a new brow tint that I'm trying out, so I am needing models for that.
All right, there you go. And also, actually, understand Miss Nicole is in Atlanta, so y'all traveling back and forth. Nicole, how can they get your services?
Sure. On Instagram, I am business attorney _Nicole. So business attorney _NICOLE. And the website to my firm is www.Theodore Firm, which is my last name, Theodore, THEODORE firm.com.
All right. So I think y'all have the information. Again, Mpulse Summit. Y'all see how smooth that works? Because that's something I believe in. That's Mpulse Summit. Sign up. You don't want to miss out on the $3.99 right now early bird that we're doing for you to come to Breathe. And we talking about over 48 elite educators, over 40 some classes that you're able to take. 2 days of classes, all white, cream and green. We talking about events of feeding you throughout the whole weekend. All we say is be there. And make sure to tune in, because we do have our title sponsor, AT&T, for some very special things that's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and make sure you continue to impact the minds of millions one at a time.